Dee has a question.
Yes, she does.
She says, for 4 years ago, she planted 100 tulip bulbs in the front of her house, but the last 2 years, only a few have bloomed. What is she doing differently? Nothing, right?
Well, nothing, because realistically, the taller tulips, they're pretty much an annual wherever you go. They don't, every year they get 50% less blooming. If you want blooming tulips, you need to go with like the species tulips, which are small little tulips, and they'll come back pretty regularly. But if you want those big, glorious Darwins, those are the tulips that just don't come back.
So basically, you have to buy them every fall, and you have to put them on.
They're an annual.
And if you want something that actually lasts every single year, do daffodils. But
which spread.
Which spread. So keep aware of that. All right, Mark has a question. He asks, what is on this baby pine tree, and what can they do for it?
Right, he was talking about that center thing, and that's the growth cone. You know, that's the candle. That everybody calls that a candle. When it comes out, the only thing you could do with that candle is leave it alone. That's where the next set of leaves, branches come from. But what you can do is, if you want to keep it compact, is once it gets up a ways, pinch it off with your nail, boom, about halfway, and it'll keep that plant from spreading wide.
All right, great. Now, Jenny has a question. She planted a butterfly bush last spring, and it did really well all summer. And then she mulched it really well, and she covered it for the winter. But now, what should she do? Should she have some buds by now? She's kind of confused if it came back or if it's dead.
Well, I don't think it's dead. I mean, everything is a little whacked out this year, where some things are not moving along as others. Now, Buddleia. Let me give you two things about this. It is an invasive species. So you really do want to cut before they go. You want to cut the flowers off before they go. And it's really good for butterflies, but no caterpillars, no one lays eggs on it. So it's really brought to the United States from China. It is invasive. So you want to cut the flowers off before they go to seed, but it's a beautiful plant.
So do you suggest not buying it unless you already own it?
It's going to be on the invasive species list one of these days.
Oh, that's super interesting.
Yeah.
So for you, don't let it spread. Cut those flowers off.
Cut the flowers off.
All right, good advice. Okay, Sarah is looking for advice on fixing the area where her dogs have gone to relieve themselves all winter. Hey, welcome to my yard.
Right. But you know, everybody's saying like gypsum, lime. By this time, with all the rain, with this, we didn't have it, but snow cover, all of those things, that's probably leached out by now. So basically, rake it up, those yellow spots, take a pail, mix up some compost and some grass seed, throw it down. In 3 to 5 weeks, you'll have a lawn again.
You don't even have to wait that long.
No,
I mean, grass sprouts in 14 days.
Yes, it does.
Okay, and I have a lot of spots too, and it just takes a little bit of elbow grease.
That's all it does. Really.
All right, we've got a question coming in from Doug. And the question is, what is the best ground cover to put on the boulevard with bright sun all day? Something that spreads fast. Doug, thanks for the last minute question.
Well, lucky for you, we're gonna do a grow with care on ground covers. But I do like, lamiums really do well. They spread like crazy. Bishop's weedle does the one that spreads like crazy. And the good part about, you don't have to worry about it because you're confined by the concrete.
By the boulevard.
By the boulevard. So you want something that's going to take over. And Creeping Charlie.
Well, a lot of people do like that.
I like Creeping Charlie.
And a lot of people like clovers too, like
clover,
a beeline.
but the only problem with clover after the winter, it's not there. So it's kind of muddy.
Okay, and the other thing is you have to have things that can handle the heat of the boulevard.
Not only the heat, but the salt.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Because it's right there with the trucks.
Okay, so go to the garden center and ask for that specifically.
Yep. Tell them where it's going. Tell them where it's going.
A boulevard, and make sure they know there's going to be some salt. Bob?
What?
Even though I got mad at you today, I love you and I'm glad you're back.
Thanks, I love you too.
And you know what? How many people?
Why are you mad at me?
Well, you don't even remember because you're so old that I was telling you in the backyard. All right, Bob. Hey, how many people on the growth care page?
Christopher, now whose side are you on?
Bob, how many people on the growth care page?
89,000.
Good, you remembered. All right, 89,000. And we want what? 100,000.
We want 100,000. We want 6 figures.
Okay, coming up next.